So welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Closers. Today we have Christian. He is a real estate developer, and we're going to go into the topic that is asked a lot. What is better, real estate flipping or actually developing property? Which one's more profitable? Which one's more challenging? And which one should you do? So we're going to dive into that in this episode. Welcome to Coffee and Cash Flow. In this series, we sit down for coffee with real estate investors who are working towards financial freedom, one income property at a time. If you are a real estate investor or aspiring to become a real estate investor, this show is for you. So welcome to the show. Today we have Christian here, and we're going to dive into the details of this topic. And it's a hot topic because both can be really profitable, but I have someone here that has the inside scoop, and we're going to dive into the actual details of each one. That way you can decide which one's right for you. So Christian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much for having me here.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate this. So basically to get right to the question, right? So for me, I feel like real estate development is probably like the better route to go, especially with where we are in the market, right? So right now there's no deals out there. You know, it's very tough, but there's a lot of land opportunity. And as far as like, you know, with prices, with material being all over the place, you really have to know what you're going to be into a project for. And right now, to really gauge that and like estimate that, it is pretty tough. Even some of the most experienced, I feel, investors and developers are having a hard time keeping up with these price changes and fluctuations and inflation. There's many different things going on right now. So as far as with real estate development, what I love about real estate development is that we literally know how much closely we're gonna spend on building a house. I know how many boxes of nails I need. I know how many 2x4s I need, especially because we like to stick to like 3 plans. Like the max, that's like the most we have. Like we build the same houses over and over. We change them up a little bit inside, but relatively, we know exactly what it's gonna take to build this house.
That's awesome. So it's almost like a blueprint you have where it's a system. You find a piece of land, you know exactly what's gonna go there. You know your average fixed cost, and then you can kind of get a broad idea of what you're going to profit after that project if everything goes the right way.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So with flipping, it's less of that. It's more of like on an individual basis, the numbers change and you don't really know what your profit's going to be until you get closer to the finish line kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And so also with flipping, I mean, depending on how you're getting the deal, like if you're getting it through an auction, if you're a foreclosure, sometimes you can't go inside the property to check them out, right? So, or even if you actually, are able to walk the property and you go into a flip, right? This always happens. You open up a wall, the whole thing's rotted out. You know what I mean? Now there's costs that you did not anticipate. You got to, replace all of that, do some mold remediation and stuff like that. You know, so there's unexpected costs that come with flipping. For me, with development, it's like, excavation, foundation, framing, right? All the MEPs, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, that's all the rough gets done, inspected, and then we go ahead and start the installation process, inspection. Then we go ahead and do the drywall, which with the drywall team that I use, it takes them 2 days to put up 2 apartments, 180 sheets. Quick, fast, yeah.
It's real fast.
It's fast, and to plaster, between sheetrock, and so the thing is speed, right? So that's the biggest thing. Like we like to focus to keeping our projects, especially like a 2-family, we like to be around 5 months.
That's
from
quick.
Start to finish. Yep.
That's really quick. Now, with the development projects themselves, do you see a big difference in profit potential versus flipping a house? Like, is there a bigger spread, or is it just more about the efficiency?
So there's a bigger spread.
There is. Okay.
Yeah, the margins right now on development, it's big, and basically like you're talking 6 figures plus
on one deal.
On one deal, yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, especially if you could get the land for the right price. Everything else is
because with a flip, I mean, someone walking away with $30,000-$40,000 profit is considered a pretty good deal. If you're into the house for $250,000, $300,000, and you're walking away with a net profit after all your expenses of $30,000, $40,000, not bad. I mean, that's what a lot of flippers are making. But you're saying over $100,000 in profit is somewhat normal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about, right? But that's how it is, and that's why I just haven't been flipping. I rather just focus on my niche, which is just new development, buying land. It's, to me, it's almost easier to develop than to flip, right? And I rather just do the new development, and you're just gonna make more money.
That makes way more sense. So with the development themselves, are you buying these properties with properties already on them and knocking them down, or are you just finding pieces of land that just are sitting there, no one's using, and then you're applying to build on them and then you go build?
Yeah, so what we're doing right now is just buying raw land, like,
Wow.
you know, basically lots, you know, double lots, stuff like that, and we're building from the ground up. We are maybe in the future looking to purchase properties, tear them down, rebuild them up. You know, it all depends on the zoning, right? And what the best use for that lot will be. So if it's a commercial zoning, then, and we know we can maybe build a 5-unit, that'd be pretty cool. More profit in that, right? But if it's just a regular lot, like, we have to buy the house for the right price, because there's also a charge to like demolish the house, bring it down, you know, and then it gets expensive. So right now we're just really focusing on being able to buy a piece of land that's kind of clear, maybe some trees, and just go in there, clear it up, and then start building.
That's awesome. So now, someone out there watching, is there a difference in profit potential between, say, a duplex and a single family? Like, which one do you see more meat on the bone, per se, as a entrepreneur?
Yeah, so I would say there is a difference. But it all really depends on what market, right? So
Okay.
in particular with Providence, a single family, you know, you're gonna make good money. You know, you're gonna make maybe 60,000, 70,000 on a single family. But on a duplex, on a 2-family, you're just gonna see double that. You know, so it's like, you want to go after the multifamily market.
That makes sense.
I mean, right now, I have a friend that he's also a developer. He just told me that he put his 2-family up, and it went for 500,000. He has it under contract for 500,000.
Wow.
2-family. So the numbers keep bumping up. You know, at first, some people that were in the development game, especially in Providence, you know, they sold last year. The most the houses were selling for new construction was 380,000. So if they would have held on for one more year, they would have seen another 100,000 in profit.
That's huge.
Yeah,
that's huge. Now, are you holding any houses, or are you just pretty much building, get them off the books, do something else?
Yeah, so basically, we are starting to hold them because, I mean, we might sell a few more, but the ultimate goal is to be able to build them, keep them, rent them, and just get that cash flow going.
Smart, passive income.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
Really good. So is there anything else here that you would tell someone that's, you know, watching this, that's an entrepreneur, that's like, hey, I want to get into this game. I don't know which one I should start with. What challenges am I going to face if I go to either route? Is there anything, like any pieces of advice you would give them?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing is to find yourself a good mentor. You know, surround yourself with good people, and see if, you know, a simple DM sometimes through Instagram works. You know, that's kind of how it happened for me. You know, so it's like a simple DM, see how you can bring value to somebody, just like learn from them. I mean, I worked for free several times in my life to be able to get where I'm at. It's like, listen, I don't have really much to offer you, but I can work for free. I can handle your social media. I can make some videos. I can just, you know, get coffees, whatever.
I like
you know?
Add value.
Exactly. So,
I like it.
And even if you get rejected once with someone, you can go to someone else and, you know, just, hey, you know, I'm here, you know? So it's like, just because someone doesn't give you an opportunity, doesn't mean you can't always like hit them back up 2-3 months from now, or like even a month from now. You know, it's all about persistence.
The door's not always closed.
It's not.
It could open at some point in time. I like it.
Because things could change within the organization, right? There might be someone that maybe got fired or was let go, and now they need that little void, and you've been there like asking them like, hey, listen, I want to work for you guys, or work with you guys, what can I do? And they're like, hey, listen, you know what? All right, fine. They might be having a bad day. Oh, go get me a coffee or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it. Yep. I like it.
And so like opportunities come for those who remain consistent and have that like persistence to like really get out there.
I love it. I love it. That is awesome. So if you have any other questions, you can give him a follow on Instagram. It's Method Invest. And drop it in the comment section below if you have any additional questions about this topic. We would love to help you out. And thanks so much for tuning in, and have an awesome day.